My name is Andrew Nikas, and I'm wondering if you had one more day with Charlie, what would you do with him?
Well, it's kind of interesting because, in effect, I did have one more day. I mean, it wasn't a full day or anything, but we always lived in a way where we were happy with what we were doing every day. I mean, Charlie liked learning. He liked, as I mentioned in the movie, he liked a wide variety of things. So he was much broader than I was, but I didn't have any great desire to be as broad as he was, and he didn't have any great desire to be as narrow as I. But we had a lot of fun doing anything, and we played golf together, we played tennis together, we did everything together, and this you may find kind of interesting. We had as much fun, perhaps even more to some extent, with things that failed, because then we really had to work our way out of them, and in a sense, there's more fun having somebody that's your partner in digging your way out of a foxhole than there is just sitting there and watching an idea that you got 10 years ago just continually produce more and more profit. So it wasn't, he really fooled me, though. He went to 99.9 years. I mean, if you would pick two guys, he publicly said he never did a day of exercise except where it was required when he was in the Army. So he never did a day of voluntary exercise. He never thought about what he ate. We started every day, and Charlie he was interested in more things than I was, but we never had any doubts about the other person, period. And so if I'd had another day with him, we'd probably done the same thing we were doing the earlier days, and we wouldn't have wanted to know that we only had one day. There's a great advantage in not knowing where you're going to, what day you're going to die. And Charlie always said, that just tell me where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there. Well, the truth is, he went everywhere with his mind, and therefore, he was not only interested in the world at 99, but the world was interested in him. It's remarkable. I told him in the last few years, I'd never seen anybody that was peaking, at 99, and where the world wanted to come and see him. I mean, they actually wanted to go out to 351 North June Street, and whether it was, well, I could name a whole bunch of names, but just I'll start with Elon Musk, but go down the list, and they all wanted to meet Charlie, and Charlie was happy to talk with them. The only person I could think of otherwise was the Dalai Lama. I don't know that they had a lot else in common, but it was, he lived his life the way he wanted to, and he got to say what he wanted to say. He, like I, loved having a podium, and again, I can't remember any time that he was mad at me or I was mad at him. It just didn't happen. And calling him was fun back when long-distance rates were high, and we didn't talk as often as in recent years as we used to be on daily for long periods. And we did keep learning, and we liked learning together. We tended to be a little smarter because as the years went by, because we had mistakes and we had other things where we learned something, and the fact that he and I were on the same wavelength in that respect meant that the world was still a very interesting place to us when he got to be 99 and I got to be 93. So I don't have a perfect answer for you there, but I can tell you the ingredients that would go into. Sometimes people would say to me or Charlie at one of these meetings, if you could only have lunch with one person that lived over the last 2,000 or so years, who would you want to have it with? Charlie says, I've already met all of them, because he read all the books. I mean, he eliminated all the trouble of going to restaurants to meet him or anything like that. He just went through a book, and he had met Ben Franklin, and he really he was remarkable. He said he really had no one else to meet because he'd read all their stuff, and he liked Ben Franklin's stuff better than he liked mine. But with Ben Franklin, he just had to read about it. He didn't have to go have lunch with him or anything of the sort. But it's an interesting question. What you should probably ask yourself is that, who do you feel that you'd want to start spending the last day of your life with, and then figure out a way to start meeting them or tomorrow, and meet them as often as you can. Because why wait till the last day? And don't bother with the others.
워렌 버핏과 찰리 멍거의 이야기는 단순한 비즈니스 파트너십을 넘어선 깊은 우정과 상호 존중의 관계를 보여줍니다. 서로 다른 성향을 가진 두 사람은 그 차이를 인정하고 받아들이면서도 깊은 신뢰 관계를 구축했습니다. 멍거의 폭넓은 관심사와 버핏의 집중된 관심사는 오히려 서로를 보완하는 강점이 되었죠. 특히 인상적인 것은 이들이 성공의 순간보다 실패를 극복하는 과정에서 더 큰 즐거움을 찾았다는 점입니다. 10년 전 아이디어가 계속해서 수익을 내는 것보다 함께 위기를 극복하는 과정에서 더 큰 보람을 느꼈다는 고백은 진정한 동반자 관계가 무엇인지를 잘 보여줍니다. 99.9세까지 살았던 멍거는 운동이나 식사에 특별한 주의를 기울이지 않았지만 끝없는 지적 호기심으로 살아갔습니다. 그의 방대한 독서량과 다양한 분야에 대한 관심은 99세의 나이에도 많은 이들이 그를 찾게 만든 이유가 되었습니다. 일론 머스크와 같은 현대 혁신가들도 그의 지혜를 듣기 위해 찾아왔다는 사실이 이를 잘 증명합니다. 두 사람의 이야기에서 우리는 삶의 중요한 가치들을 발견할 수 있습니다. 나이와 관계없이 계속되는 배움의 여정, 차이를 인정하는 겸손함, 실패를 두려워하지 않는 용기, 그리고 매 순간을 의미 있게 보내는 지혜가 그것입니다. 마지막 날을 누구와 보내고 싶은지 생각하고 그 사람을 내일부터 만나라는 버핏의 조언은 우리에게 현재의 소중함과 관계의 가치를 다시 한번 일깨워줍니다. 이들의 파트너십은 단순히 성공적인 비즈니스 관계를 넘어 우리가 어떻게 살아가야 하는지에 대한 깊은 통찰을 제공합니다. 서로를 이해하고 존중하며 함께 성장하고 배우는 과정 속에서 진정한 삶의 가치를 발견할 수 있다는 것을 보여주는 아름다운 예시라 할 수 있겠습니다. 감사합니다.